I just made like a half-hour video talking about expensive figures. I was gonna shipping, but I don't know why I chose that word. I just made a very long ranty video on like why are Japanese import figures so expensive, and for whatever reason, the video cut the 30-minute video into like because it was like 30-minute plus, I guess. And so I guess I went a minute over the limit and it decided to split the recording. And I ended up uploading the one that's like a minute long. And so the rest of it didn't get uploaded. I don't know. But, okay, here. I'll do a more abridged version, I guess. So here's the figure that I got. So I actually got this about a month ago. And I don't know, I was super excited because it wasn't supposed to come out until the end of January, but Amazon was selling it like a few weeks earlier than other people were. So I was like, yay! And it costs about $160 total because it comes with like a I don't know. I'm not gonna say tax, but probably like shipping or whatever. And I'm like, that's like a lot of money. And the figure of, I like it a lot. I'm like staring at it. You can't see it, but it's right where the phone is like resting. Um, it's a pretty good figure, and it's sculpted very well, and it's articulated very well. And a lot of people don't like the stand, but it serves its purpose to me. I think it's fine. I'm not gonna knock it because, but I have learned my lesson on it because I actually did scratch up the figure on it because I thought it worked. I thought I could use it as a flight stand, but that's not what it's for. Anyway, I remember I got this thing too. This thing is from a convention that I went to in 2008. This thing is $25. And granted, the quality on the figure is a lot lower, and it's also like, sorry. The dog's just walking around over the bed. The quality on it is, of course, not as good as a Play Arts Kai figure. It's just a regular Play Arts figure, which I'm not even sure they make anymore because the Play Arts Kai line got so lucrative. But the Kingdom Hearts 2 Sora has just about the same amount of articulation, probably a little bit less than the Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora. It's considerably smaller. It's not as well sculpted, but I don't think that justifies the cost of the Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora being 5 times over. And at this point in the video, I was like ranting about not ranting, but I guess I was ranting. I'm not sure, but toys are so expensive, and Japanese imports are super expensive for whatever reason. And then I started pulling out a bunch of toys from under the desk, and I'm not gonna do that this time. But like, I have stuff that's like why did it cost that much? Like this one is like I remember getting it for like $40 or like $50. I think I don't know. Actually, don't know how much this cost. I think it was like 30. If it was 30, fine. But if it was like $50, like really $50? And to be fair, the Venom stick figure, that's by Revoltech, by the way, if in case you're wondering. It's the Revol mini line. That's why it's so small. It comes with like a big box of like weapons. So, fine. I'll justify the cost of that because it comes with so many accessories. But the Kingdom Hearts 3 Sora, it's a big figure, but it doesn't come with a lot of stuff on it, Comes with the Keyblade, comes with the 2-gun transformation version of the Keyblade, and several hands. The stand is a given because, every Square Enix, every Play Arts Sky figure comes with a stand, so that just comes with the cost of it, and of course the figure itself. But I was looking at because they just announced Aqua and Cindy from Final Fantasy 15. And of course Aqua from Kingdom Hearts. It has new figures that are going to come out in July. And I didn't see a report on how much the Aqua figure costs, but I saw that the Cindy figure is going to cost 150 off the Square Enix website. And if you get it on AmiAmi, I didn't actually read this the first time, but apparently if you get it on AmiAmi, which is a Japanese figure distribution website, it's kind of like Big Bad Toy Store, but for Japan. Um, AmiAmi has a 29% discount on it, so they're selling it for, I would say, probably like 110. It's probably like $30-$40 off how much it usually costs. So that's not too bad. I would pay $100 for that figure. That's fine to me. I would be okay with paying $100 for these figures because one, they're not like standard action figures. They're very much the presentation of it, the size of it, the fact that it comes in this thing. Like I said, the presentation of it kind of screams that it's a collector's item. It's not like a casual, like, if you want merchandise for something, if you want merchandise for this thing, then there's plenty of other ways that you could do that. But if you really, really have like extra money for it, go for it. That's what it's for. It just so happens that at some point I had extra cash for it, and that was the first thing I really wanted to buy was the figure. Right? I just so happened to have the money for it, and I'm just wondering, what justifies it to be $150? Because I love the thing, and it's good, and it's my favorite series, and I would have paid for it if it was like, if it was $200, maybe not, but the fact that it was just a little bit less than that kind of geared me towards saying yes to it. But I would have been all for it if it was just $100. Why does it gotta be like $150? What justifies it to be $150? And that's when I started pulling out the American figures. Like, okay, I'll pull this one out just because it's right here. This Nathan Drake figure was like $30. And this thing may be smaller in size, but it does come in the same presentation. I was actually surprised because I didn't know that it came in a box. But it comes in a box similar to the Kingdom Hearts 3 one, which it's in a big it's in a big box like this, and it opens up, and it is like a window style packaging. It's not a blister card, which is what usually American toys have, and blister card packaging is the stuff that's like you're just supposed to open it up and throw it away. It's not much in the way for collecting the item. But the Nathan Drake figure comes in the same presentation, so they do intend for you to keep the box if you should so desire to do so. So, what was that sentence? They do intend for you to keep the box if you should want to. Like there. But that thing is like, again, 1/5 the cost of the Sora figure. And it's not, I'm not saying that, what am I trying to say here? The Nathan Drake figure, but it does not come with a stand. But it does come with a lot more accessories to it, and I do think that it is more posable. Maybe. Or just about the same amount of posability to it. It's probably a little bit less, just because it comes with less moving parts on it. But it does have articulation in places that the Sora figure doesn't have. Like, first of all, it's got like double jointed knees, so you can get like a good range of motion there. It's got biceps. It's got a separate shoulder articulation on it. I'm just saying, like, the figure itself has articulation in different places, but they're made with, like, a similar amount of quality. I just don't understand why the Japanese import toys have to be so expensive. Why does this get to cost more? Why does this get to cost the same, if not more, than this thing? Look at it. I'm not like holding it weird. They're like right next to each other. Right there, I'm holding it weird. So, oh god, hold on. There you go. If I hold it right in front of the camera like that, they're about the same size, but it's like just over half the size of it, and I don't know, like I just feel like we need to stop holding it to like certain standards, because it's the same reason why a lot of like industries like these get away with making stuff cost more when they're not worth that much. Like, I remember I'm going off on a tangent right now, but I promise it's relevant. But I remember The Order 1886 came out, and I don't know how much that cost. I'm pretty sure that was a full retail game. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that thing was not worth $60. It was a tech demo. From what I heard, it was like a 4-hour thing, right? Who has the audacity to release a 4-hour bit of content without providing anything extra to it? At the very least, the one thing that I can think of just from personal experience is that new Kingdom Hearts game that came out. Kingdom Hearts 2.8, the main thing that people are going to buy that for is the Aqua story that comes with it. That thing is Kingdom Hearts Ground Zeroes, and by that I mean it's one mission that should be part of the full game. That should be part of Kingdom Hearts 3, but it's not for whatever reason. And you know what? I'm fine with it because then I get a tech demo of what Kingdom Hearts 3 can be and what Kingdom Hearts 3 can learn from it, which I hope that they do the same thing that Konami did, or at least Kojima Productions did, where they took what people liked about Ground Zeroes and what they didn't like about Ground Zeroes and applied it to Phantom Pain. So like there's like little like quality of life issues that they fixed, such as like the interrogating and whatnot. But you know, people still bought the Order 1886, and so I don't know if it made enough money to justify the cost of that, but that stuff keeps happening because we keep letting it happen and we keep buying the stuff. And you know what? At the end of the day, after I thought about it, after I got done like getting mad about it, I was like, I was still gonna buy the Aqua figure. It didn't tell me how much it was gonna cost, but I decided if it's 150, sure. And I don't know why, but I was like, yeah, I'll probably buy it. And I don't know what that says about me because I just spent like hours getting outraged about it. And not outraged, like I wasn't like throwing desks or like knocking stuff off shelves, but I was just like internally just like thinking about it. I was like, really? Like it costs this much, or like it could have the potential to cost this much? Because I'm looking at it, and the only picture we have of the Aqua figure, is the Final Fantasy 15 Cindy. God, I keep wanting to call her Sydney because she was introduced as Sydney way back when. I don't know if anyone remembers that, but anyway, now her real canon name is Cindy because I guess Sydney's too much of a boy name, even though Sydney's definitely a girl name as well. If not exclusively a girl name, I don't know. I've never met a guy named Sydney. But that thing got like a full like page, like it was properly revealed. Like it's got like studio photos, whereas the only picture we have of Aqua is the one that was taken off like a convention floor, I think, or like a thing. It wasn't. I don't think it was like formally revealed. At least I don't think so. Maybe it will be in a few days, and maybe we will get a price for it. But I'm thinking about it because the Aqua figure is holding her Keyblade from Birth by Sleep, the blue one. I forget what it's called, but it's her. Technically, it's her Kingdom Key. You know, like it's her version of the Kingdom Key. Like it's her standard Keyblade. But in a fragmentary passage, which it is listed, it's Aqua from a fragmentary passage. That's not the Keyblade that she uses. In fact, she uses exclusively the one Keyblade that her master had because of reasons. But so it could be possible that she has that Keyblade and she has the one that she actually does use in the Kingdom Hearts Ground Zeroes game. In Kingdom Hearts 2.8. So she could have that one accessory. So I'm hoping the figure's only about $100 because the Roxas Organization 13 figure that's going to come out is about $100, and I don't think that comes with any accessories other than the two Keyblades. But I thought about that and I was like, if it's $100, I'd pay for it. But that still costs way too much. And I don't know why I'm okay with it. I don't know what that says about me. But anyway, that's pretty much all I wanted to talk about, I guess. Sorry if I sound a bit slurred or if I sound a bit hoarse. I was sick. I don't know. I don't know if I am still sick, but I don't have a fever. I don't think anymore. I'm gonna I was gonna say weigh myself. I'm gonna take my temperature again in a little bit, but I think I'm over the sickness. But I got attacked with a bunch of status ailments. My teeth started hurting. My lymph nodes swelled up, and I think the back of my throat burned because I drank something really hot to relieve the cough, which hasn't gone away. Like my throat's dry. Um, I don't know, but if I sound a bit weird, and also I'm on a bunch of like painkillers. Not a bunch, but like I've been taking a lot over the past few hours. Not a lot over the past few hours. Sorry, I've been taking a little bit every few hours. So just because the teeth hurt so much. Anyway, that's it. So I'm just like sorry because I'm having trouble focusing right now. But anyway, that's it. This video is considerably shorter than the other one, so yay, did that. And that's it. I'll see you guys next time, I guess.